Hey y'all, it's Tavisa, and today I'm back with another video.
Hoes don't get the big cat cause he know he ain't leaving me. Slim shit, my face is 10, man, y'all little hoes ain't seeing me. I don't even do the rap shit, but I walk on every beat. I ain't keeping this shit peace. I hope y'all hold on.
As y'all can see from this title, y'all already know who this video is gonna be about. So before I get into the video, I just want to say everything I'm saying in this video is alleged. I don't know if it's true. It's alleged. Well, alleged. So do not come trying to sue me. It's alleged. Alleged. Oh my God. What is alleged? It's alleged. That's all I want to say before I get into this video. Oh, one more thing. I've been doing a lot of research. I feel like I'm a private investigator. The only thing I cannot find is the records for the vehicle that was driven at that time. Because if I could find the records for the vehicle that was driven at that time and get the tag number, I feel like I can help solve the case. But I can't. I just could give y'all what I found. So I'm gonna give y'all what I found, and I'm gonna give y'all the rundown of this story. So everything in this situation, this story took place on May 3rd, 2002. Alexis Patterson was born on April 4th, 1995 to Ayanna Patterson and Ken Campbell. You can see their pictures on the screen. Alexis Patterson, the day that she went missing, it was said that she walked to school with this girl, but like the girl wasn't really, in the news or whatever. The girl came out and said it. She walked to school with this girl, and she ended up realizing that she forgot her cupcakes. So I guess she was gonna turn around, and then this car pulled up, and it was her auntie Lena, and it was her uncle Ayanna Patterson's brother. And she they called her name. She's like, "Oh, that's my auntie," and she got in the car with them.
So my brother, they was like, "Can I have your name?" And I was scared, and I told them my name was Latrice Rowell. I didn't tell them my first name. I told them my middle name, and they was like, "Can you tell us about Alexis Patterson?" I told them everything I saw her. We talked for a while. She was crying. She had her cupcakes. I told her mama bring them to school with her. She got up in this great Pontiac, Brewitt, or a Delta. I don't know what it was, but in my heart, I believe it was a Delta 88 because my mama had that same car, and it was silver, and it was round in the front, and then it was like kind of square in the back, but the tail lights went all the way across. It was kind of square in the back, but it was still had that round look to it. If I see it right now, I can say that's the car. That's the car right there. That's the car I saw. That's the car that picked her up. That's the car right there. So he was the man. I told him like that's it. She got up in that car, and then after that, I came home from school. I didn't see her no more. So the police was like, okay, I have my lead detective to come. So the detective on the case came. Then he was like, "Your mom home?" I was like, "No, she's at work." My brother standing behind me. We all was still minors at this time. Y'all have any questions, y'all can ask them. We was all still minors at this time. I was like 13, so my brother had to be like 17. And they was like, "Well, we can't. Your statement you gave him was credible. It was a great statement. It was a great lead because we keep hearing about cupcakes and great cars, but we can't take your statement serious because you're a minor and your mom not present with you." You think they came back the next day or the next day or the next day? They did not. And then everybody coming up with these conspiracies like she's here, she is there. I don't know, but the rumor in the neighborhood was that he owed some people out of town some money, and they came and they took the baby. I don't know how true that rumor is. It was just speculations going around in the neighborhood that he owed some people some money, and the people came to get the baby, like some Jamaicans or something. I don't know, but everybody's saying like she's buried here, she's buried there. And like I'm gonna tell everybody, if that baby, if they did end up taking that baby back home after she got up in that car and her parents happened to kill her, but the way her mama was falling out on the porch and acting a fool that day, she'll be a good actress. So I don't believe that happened, but if that is what happened, she would be buried at that library on Lisbon. Let's just call it, if she is dead and they did have to dispose her, she would be buried at that library on Lisbon, right there by that freeway. If that's the closest place to where we stayed at. That's just what my opinion, that's just what I'm going to say that happened. But if them people in that car did double back and take her home to get them cupcakes, and her parents did beat her and because she wouldn't stop crying about some cupcakes, that's where the body would be at, that library, because that's when they broke ground that same year at the library on Lisbon. But that's my truth. That's my story. I would take a lie detector test about it. I would take a lie detector test. It been years and years, and I never told nobody. And every time I was like, I need to speak up. I need to speak out, because they didn't take my statement serious. If they would have took my statement serious, it might would have been a great lead. She might would be home by now. But then nobody want to listen to me. Then nobody take what I saw happen seriously. So that's my truth. That's what I saw, and I can take a lie detector test.
The story says that her stepfather walked her to the crosswalking guard and went to school. That's the story. But that story is not true at all. So the stepsister came out, the stepfather's daughter. She was like a teenager at this time. She came out and said that her dad never walked Alexis to school. Her dad stayed on the steps of the porch and watched Alexis go to the crossing guard. When Alexis made it to the crossing guard, he went inside the house. So he don't know if Alexis made it to school or not. That's why he failed his lie detector test, because he said he walked her to school, but he didn't actually walk her. He watched her go to the crossing guard. So y'all, the stepsister was there. So I guess the girl who went to school, I guess she seen the tag number too, the one that walked to school with her. So the stepsister seen the tag number, and the girl that walked to school with her seen the tag number. So they were making up a song to remember the tag number. Every time they seen each other, they were saying that song to remember the tag number. They ended up trying to give the tag number to like the police or somebody, but they didn't listen because clearly they were kids. So for years, people have been feeling like Ayanna Patterson had something to do with it. After Alexis went missing the same night, she was in a strip club partying. Then, in every interview, she never cried.
I just want my baby to come home. That's all I want. Alexis, please come home. Promise I'm not gonna be mad at you. Mommy wants you home. I want my baby.
15 years ago, a mother's pain pours out. Her 7-year-old daughter, Alexis Patterson, vanished on her way to school near 49th and Garfield.
In the beginning, I wasn't able to really come through, see the neighbors and, see Alexis's friends. But now I'm pretty strong.
Today, that mother...
I just want my baby to come home. That's all I want. Alexis, please come home. Promise I'm not gonna be mad at you. Mommy wants you home. I want my baby.
15 years.
I ran in the class. Miss Rulin was still in there. And I asked Miss Rulin, I looked at Miss Rulin. I said, Miss Rulin, where Alexis at? And I still remember her face. She turned around. She turned around. She said, Alexis didn't come to school. I ain't think that. And I said, oh my God, I never knew that my baby hadn't made it to school that day. That's like a real problem for me.
She didn't make it seem like she cared. So, allegedly, this is from the stepsister, Ayanna was beating Alexis. Ayanna didn't like Alexis because she was too dark. She called her child ugly, and she didn't want her child. Allegedly, she was calling people the day before to get rid of Alexis, to have somebody take her because she was tired. Alexis was crying so much, and she just didn't want Alexis anymore.
Was gonna get away with it. That's exactly what she said to me. The only reason she didn't do it, and she said when I was cooking y'all food last night, I was thinking about poisoning y'all. I was gonna put the poison in y'all food, but I couldn't figure out how I was gonna explain that and get away with it. We told our daddy and they got into it so bad. He had to take us off our auntie house. I don't know what happened between them after that, but then he came back just telling us, like, we don't have to worry about, she ain't gonna do nothing to us. Oh yeah, they had it out about that. This was like right before Alexis came up missing. She did all of it. That's why I'm saying it's too crazy, because she was doing this manic stuff. It was before the day that she told me that I wasn't gonna see my sister. And it was weird, and then all of a sudden I don't see my sister no more, and some weird stuff happening. I feel like she has some type of weird something over my daddy too, and people who do witchcraft, they normally do.
So clearly you had something to do with it, but she don't know if Ayana hurt Alexis or she gave Alexis away. So a couple years ago, Ayana mysteriously found this lady named Lisa Miller and said that she feels like that's her daughter. She did a DNA test with her. The DNA test came back negative, and Ayana still felt that it was her daughter. She still felt that the DNA test was wrong. Something happened with the DNA test because that's her daughter. A mother knows her daughter. Mind you, Lisa Miller is almost to like the light skin side, like light caramel, almost light skin. Alexis Patterson was chocolate. So that's how you know now. Well, that's how you know that's not her daughter. Then Lisa Miller is 7 years older than Alexis would have been. So right now, Lisa Miller is like 37, and Alexis Patterson is supposed to be only 30. Lisa Miller got married in 2009 at the age of 21. Alexis would have been 14 years old when Lisa Miller got married. Lisa Miller, I have a lot of evidence. So Lisa Miller created a Facebook page, probably 2007, because that's the earliest message, anything that's on there. 2007, Alexis would have been 12. 12 years old. Honestly, I don't feel like a 12-year-old will be having Facebook. I just don't feel like that. It's possible, but I don't feel like a 12-year-old will be having Facebook. And then how she was talking to a 19-year-old man on there, I just don't feel like that would be Alexis. And then at the end of the day, the person that she was talking to, who was 19, Alexis would have been, Lisa Miller would have been the same age as the man that she was typing to, because he was 19 at the time. Lisa Miller would have been 19. She wouldn't have been 12 typing to a 19-year-old. So that's what kind of threw me off. Like, how could it be Lisa Miller if the ages don't match up at all? Lisa Miller had her first child in 2010. Her second child in 2010 at the age of 22. Alexis Patterson would have been 15 years old. Mind you, Lisa Miller already had a child. The child, she looks like 5 or 6. So it's just not aligning. Like the ages, the kids' ages, it's just not aligning. So my thing, if Lisa Miller was Alexis, that means her daughter that she had before she had her son, she would have had her daughter at 9 years old if that was Alexis. So that's not even possible. Like, the scenario doesn't match up, because she had her other son in 2010. Alexis would have been 15. I had to recalculate some stuff in my head because the story was kind of throwing me off. Okay, so Lisa Miller had her daughter. If her daughter like 5 or 6, I will show y'all the pictures. Her daughter looked like she's about 5 or 6 in those pictures. That means that she would have had her daughter in 2004 or 2005. Alexis went missing when she was 7 in 2002. So 2 years later, she would have been 9. And then, if she had her in 2005, Alexis would have been 10. So the ages just don't match up at all. So it's just like having a 6-year-old in 2010 at the age of 15, it wouldn't make sense. Like, the ages is completely off. And I probably am wrong with my, ages and ages. But it just would have been completely off. It would have been way completely off. So that's why I just feel like Lisa Miller couldn't be her. And then getting married at 14, you could tell what a 14 looks like. Even 14-year-old looks like. Even if the 14-year-old looks older than her age, you can tell what a 14-year-old looks like from a 20-something-year-old. Like, nobody could tell me that you cannot tell if a child is 14 or the child is grown. Like, you could definitely tell that. Even with maturity level, you could definitely tell. And I feel like the mother would use Lisa Miller as a cover-up because Lisa Miller looks similar to her daughter. But honestly, do I feel like Lisa Miller is Alexis? No. Everybody keeps forgetting that Alexis had a dimple. A dimple. I forgot what side of her face, but she had a dimple. Lisa Miller doesn't have no dimple in her face at all. Alexis had like a little dimple in her chin. People call that a butt chin. Lisa Miller doesn't have that at all. Alexis had thick eyebrows. They probably was thin at the ends, but she had very thick eyebrows. Lisa Miller has thin eyebrows to the point where she draws them on because how thin they are. And y'all are really telling me that this lady is Alexis? Y'all just see similarities in the eye shape and the nose, and y'all automatically say it's she's Alexis. Then y'all see a little similarity in her teeth because she has a gap. She has a gap but straight teeth. Everybody is always going off of one picture. If you put Alexis to pictures with Lisa Miller when Alexis was older, the older pictures when she had the tooth that was going up because she had a chipped tooth, or her tooth had came out and it was growing back in it, and it was like one was down, one was up, and how her teeth was shaped. Lisa Miller, her teeth changed. She wouldn't still have those straight across teeth with the gaps. Her teeth changed completely when her tooth was up. But nobody's paying attention to that picture. They're only paying attention to the picture where her teeth is straight across before her tooth fell out or whatever happened with it. Because you can tell she still had her baby teeth. Then that one tooth fell out and went up, you could tell the difference, And I'm going to post a picture just because I feel like I'm not explaining it correctly. Then, a lot of people saying the girl was Alexis. It can't be her because of nose. What people don't realize, and I would put a picture of my baby picture in here. But younger, my nose was flat. Like, if y'all see a picture of my child, I had the similar nose to her. Like, my nose was flat. My nose, it grew into my face. I have a fatter face now. Literally, my face used to be skinny, and my nose used to be flat at the bridge. Like, it was real flat. My nose isn't like that anymore. A girl named Tasha Unique came out and claimed she was Alexis. She knew a lot of information that many people didn't know. Even the news articles didn't know. She brought up a black treasure chest.
It was a stop claiming, stop saying it, or you will never get out of here. If somebody's telling you they could be someone that was missing, you shouldn't turn them down. You can quietly do my DNA, and I don't want no old DNA you got played up in this. No, get the blood, get the people, mama and sisters, run them. If I can get DNA from these people on real, I'd rather do that. Who knows? They probably related. Lord, this is so deep, y'all. Like, y'all probably think I'm crazy. I ain't shit delusional crazy about me. I heard, I'm starting to remember a lot of this area. And the Snake X. Brother friend. Supposed to be brother. Jesus. They've had the kids plotting on me. They've had the children plotting on me. Jesus. And like I keep telling people, you can try to stay in cults and covens and what they put you in under all you want to, but you see they didn't make it nowhere. Where you gonna make it to? Nowhere. You ain't gonna make it as far as they did. They didn't even make it far. It's like, well, you over there praising God, but you didn't make it far. I'm rich over here. I don't need this material stuff. I'm rich in my spirit, my soul, baby. I have peace for real, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Not saying I don't have my days, just I have my days, but you're not gonna have me moping, miserable, nothing. Nada. I love to spread light and joy. And if I can't spread it, I'll keep it to myself. A lot of people think they drain me. Baby, no. Dark can't give to light. Light gives to darkness. Take it. Not a recharge. God got me. It's called praise and worship. It was fasting. I'm gonna get off of here. Because obviously they probably waiting on me to get off Facebook anyway. I'm different. Like I'm really not scared of people or things. Can't even say people. You don't know what's behind these flesh. Hi. Are you guys working? Yeah.
Her stepsister, Alexis' stepsister, came out and said that if Alexis ever came back home, she wanted her to remember a tree that her and Alexis always used to sit at. That was their favorite tree. Tasha Neat came out. She went to that favorite tree that Alexis liked. That favorite tree. She went to the same exact spot where the house was. The house got burnt down. She went to that same exact spot. She know too much stuff that nobody else would know. She has all the same moles. She has all the birthmarks. She even has the bump on her pinky. She even has the thinning in her eyebrows. She even has the same eyebrow shape. She even has the same eye. She had the same scar that's right here. She has the same nose. Her nose is just coming out more. So y'all, Tasha Neat has all the same similarities. Y'all don't mind the background. Even the tooth that's going up, one of these teeth that's going up, Tasha Neat has the same exact thing. The smile lines are identical. The dimple, identical. The mole right here, identical. The only thing people keep pointing out, Alexis had beautiful long hair, and that girl don't have beautiful long hair. Yes, she do. Like, it's probably not long, but she still has pretty hair. If you see the picture that they're trying to put out, her curls, that's how you can tell she has pretty hair. It's just like they're trying to downplay this girl, not even try to give her a DNA test. If y'all don't believe she's Alexis, give her a DNA test, let her go about her way. But for her to know so much stuff, and her kids even looking like Alexis, it makes me feel like that's her. Like, even the stepsister feels like that may be Alexis because she just knows too much and she has too many similarities. I'm gonna post my evidence here why I feel like she's Alexis Patterson, and I want y'all to tell me what y'all think. And I would have kept talking and continuing this video, but I had too much background noise, so I can't. So I'm just gonna show y'all my evidence. So here we go.
Two-turn baby girl, you know me. Still with the dolls that I grew beside. All the niggas around me, pride at it.
Y'all got this case in here cold. Why? Why is this case cold? From this area, this part. I know it's like millions and millions of cases go cold and go unnoticed. 7 years old. Went missing on the school grounds or by the school. Where's the church? The family house right 4 houses. I don't want to hear it. Family house 4 houses from the corner. No. Go play with somebody else. Get out my way because I'm stepping on anything in my way. I don't care. I've been screaming out for help for the last 3 years since they took my children. Nobody came forth. That last time when I made that video with the green hair y'all keep talking about, like, when I was on there, for one, I wasn't myself. I wasn't in this realm. I was ascending so high to the point where I didn't even know what I was saying.